This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast from the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by the SGPN app. Get all of our picks and podcasts for free with the SGPN app. There is 162 games. That means there's always a ton of baseball actions to bet on. Check out the MLB Gambling Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Circa, the greatest NFL handicapping contest is back and better than ever with $30 million in prizes. $20 million for Circa Survivor, $6 million for Circa Million, and $4 million for Circa Grandissimo. Sign up in Nevada and play from anywhere. Circa Sportsbooks now takes Bitcoin. Head to footballcontest.com and use promo code SGPN to get $50 off your proxy fees, and you get 50% off your stay at the Circa with promo code SGP15. Come out to Circa for the contest weekend, August 27th through 29th. Underdog Fantasy. Spreads, moneyline, totals, parlays are all available on Underdog Fantasy. Get in on the World Cup and MLB. The best part is Underdog is available in a ton of states. New customers get an awesome offer. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SGPN. We are back. We are live. DFS picks for the 2026 John Deere Classic. Always a 4th of July tradition. Always the start of the summer. I guess the Travelers is the start of the summer of birdies, but we're here. The summer of birdies. All of these PGA Tour events in the States become very easy. No more signature events and just pretty straightforward handicaps in terms of what we were looking for at these golf events. So here we have the DFS leaderboard. 3 golfers in the 10K range: Chris Gotterup, Ben Griffin, and Keith Mitchell. If I had to select one of these golfers, it would be Chris Gotterup. Chris Gotterup has a T4 here in his career, and he's been really, really solid with the putter over his last. He has not lost strokes putting since the 2026 Genesis Invitational. That was all the way back in February, and he's gained strokes putting every single time since then. That was also his last missed cut. Has a ton of great results since then. We know what he could do with the driver. We know he can give himself a ton of wedge looks. So Chris Gotterup at 10,700, I feel like has a really high floor. And who knows, like, get ahead of these elite players before they become really elite. Like, get ahead of Scotty before he became Scotty. I'm not comparing the two, but Chris Gotterup's a winner. Why can't he win again? I love the price, 10,700. So he's my selection in the 10K range. Looking at the 9K range, we got Keegan down to Michael Thorbjornsen. I really do like Michael Thorbjornsen at 9K flat. This is a golf course that suits him well. This is a golf course that he's played well on before in his career. I believe it was last year, or was it the year before where he had that really solid finish? It was the year before. He finished T2, but in 3 trips here, it's T21, T2, and T17. A golf course that he's hit it well both times, both off the tee and on approach. The ball striking has been a little bit slow of late, but I think this is a great golf course for Michael Thorbjornsen. Towards the middle and top of this 9K range, I'm seeing good things from Jacob Bridgman. Jacob Bridgman is not really popping on the stat sheet, not really doing the best things, but when I'm out there and when I see Jacob Bridgman, I really am seeing good things, and it's kind of translating. That's now 4 straight starts in which he's gained strokes on approach. He has not done that since the Sony Open through the Arnold Palmer Invitational, and that included a win for Jacob Bridgman. So $9,500, I think it's coming back to form for Jacob Bridgman. So I do like Bridgman and Michael Thorbjornsen in this 9K range. I'd kind of stay away from Eric Cole, even though he had a decent week last week, but he's just too high priced for the ceiling that he really brings. Eric Cole, round 1 showdown only. That's the only place I'd play him. And then Jackson Coyven, I don't hate it. Like, we see these young studs in this event pop out of nowhere. So I would be down for Jackson Coyven to just play well. We see Jordan Spieth, Bryson DeChambeau all play really well, even Luke Clanton a few years back. So Jackson Coyven, I like a lot, but Bridgman is going to be my official selection. So we'll go with the Goddard Bridgman start at 10-7 and 9-5. Looking at the 8K range, we have Ricky Fowler all the way down to Davis Thompson. I absolutely love Davis Thompson. He is a winner of this event, and I think this price is way too cheap. I believe that last year in this event, he was really, really high price. Coming into this week, he's lost strokes on approach in 4 straight starts, but this is a golf course that suits Davis Thompson. He's never missed a cut here. He's hit it well here. Two out of 3 times, but obviously the ceiling week came back in 2024. Davis Thompson is a guy that I view as a stallion, a high ceiling golfer. So I don't mind him playing him in not the best of form. And at 8K, you know what the ceiling could be. But I really like Michael Brennan towards the middle of this 8K range. I think he's going to get overlooked with the Tom Kim above him, Doug Game home game, and then maybe some guys below him as well. But Michael Brennan, PGA Tour winner, a golfer who had a nice little major circuit the last 3 majors. And he's just a plus ball striker, a plus distance guy, a plus total driver, not just distance, because you need to give yourself some fairway looks here. And if he's hitting it both long and straight on a golf course like this, he's going to give himself so many wedge looks, hit it to 15 to 20 feet on every single hole, gets hot with the putter. Why not? 7K range. We got Max Grazerman down to Tony Finau at 7.5. I'll split this into two. Mike Kim is a golfer who's won here before. He's taken it to 27 under here before. And this is a golf course that he is very happy to play at. I know he hasn't had the best of results here. He has not made a cut since his win back in 2018. But Mike Kim's playing some decent golf. He hasn't missed a cut in the PGA Tour since the Masters. He's became a more complete golfer at this point of his career. And I think this is the year that Mike Kim breaks that miscut streak at TPC Deere Run at $7,700. I think it's a great price. Sudarshan Yelamaraju, $7,900. Great price as well. A golfer who's plus distance, plus total ball striking, can give himself a ton of birdie looks. So I like that Yelamaraju, Michael Kim above 7.5. Also like Mac Meisner. Mac Meisner's had a really nice week in Dallas at the Colonial. He is a Texas guy, but the ball striking that Mac Meisner can bring to the table is really, really solid. From the Memorial to the Zurich Classic, I guess you can say what you want about the Zurich. It was a T10, but he was a T9, T10, T9, T31, T3 for Mac Meisner. He's got a T20 here in his career. Back in 2024, he gained over 4 strokes on approach. I like this golf course for Mac Meisner, and I just think his overall ceiling for the price is definitely worth it. Towards the bottom of the 7K range, we got who's 7K flat? It's a big bottom half of the 7K range. We got Chad Ramey, all these guys at 7K flat. I'll start with Lee Hodges. Lee Hodges, 7K flat, I think has a massive ceiling. We saw him have a really nice start was that the Charles Schwab where he was the first round leader and then he had a bad finish? I think that was the Charles Schwab. But from the Canadian Open to the Valspar Championship, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 starts. He gained strokes on approach in 7 starts, or 7 out of those 8 starts. He's only lost strokes. So he's never lost strokes on approach at this golf course. And the driver for Lee Hodges, although it's been a little bit rough the last few weeks, is his best weapon. So if he's driving it long and straight, tapping into that elite approach play that he's got going right now, I think 7K Lee Hodges is a real threat. He's won on the TPC golf course before. I like that a lot. Towards the bottom middle of this 7K range, I would avoid Emiliano Grillo. I wouldn't mind Taylor Moore, but I really like his Andrew Novak and Johnny Kiefer price point. So Andrew Novak at $7,400, coming in off of a T30 at the Travelers where he had his best ball striking week since Charles Schwab. This is a golf course where he finished T7 at last year, T42 the year before that, and T30 the year before that. Never missed a cut here. The type of scoring that Andrew Novak needs, he can take it deep, and I think this is just a nice price, a nice golf course, nice field strength for Andrew Novak to really pop in. So 74, Andrew Novak, and then Johnny Kiefer at $7,400 as well. I really like the 7K range. Johnny Kiefer coming off a nice week at the CJ Cup, nice T35 at the Charles Schwab, T51 at the US Open, and T39 at the Canadian Open. He's doing everything but putt it well. He's never played here before, but these are some nice true surfaces for him to just ball strike it and see some putts go down. If Johnny Kiefer can putt average, he should be in the mix this week. He's been hitting it so damn well, both long and straight, has not lost strokes ball striking since the RBC Heritage, and that was back in April. So Johnny Kiefer is on a really, really nice ball striking run. Love what he brings to the table. And that's the first 5 guys we got. Chris Goddard, Jacob Bridgman, Lee Hodges, Andrew Novak, Johnny Kiefer. 8K left. But let's go talk about the 6K range and find us a few targets if we have to go down here. Adam Svensson, $6,800. Not in the best of form, but this is definitely an Adam Svensson golf course. Hit fairways, mint some middle irons and short irons. That's kind of what Adam Svensson does best. I don't mind Jimmy Stanger. Jimmy Stanger pops on easy golf courses. He has that big driver putter build, which is always dangerous. It's a very high ceiling build. I don't necessarily love his form. Did just finish T4 at the RBC Canadian Open, so I don't mind that from Stanger. Towards the bottom of this 6K range, If Nick Dunlap can't make a cut here, I don't think he can make a cut anywhere. But Paul Peterson is a name that models out for me, that looks solid on paper. He doesn't have the most PGA Tour reps, but this is not the strongest PGA Tour field. Paul Peterson, when he has played, has really, really solid approach numbers. He has one start here back last year, and it was 2025. But that was a 2 rounds where he gained almost 3 strokes on approach. So I don't mind that from Paul Peterson in this 6K range. I don't believe you have to go this low. But Davis Chatfield, if there's anywhere for him to make a cut, it is here. Not the longest golf course, a shorter PGA Tour standard golf course. He is a short hitter, very, very accurate. Should give him a ton of middle irons and to hit greens and hopefully make a cut. So I don't mind Davis Chatfield at 6,300. But let's go back up to this top of the 7K range and pencil in the last guy we liked. Let's go with Mac Meisner, $7,800. We'll have 4 golfers in the 7K range. Very balanced, the highest priced golfer and his best friend in Jacob Bridgman. So that's the lineup of the week. That is where our head is at for the 2026 John Deere Classic. Any questions, you know where to find me, and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace out.